Hello, Just 2 Film here. I just wanted to do a review on Beau is Afraid, which I was able to see a little bit early as this IMAX fan event. And wow, this was actually a really fun movie. I know I didn't expect the new Ari Aster movie to be so funny and such an exciting journey. And this is a departure definitely from the tones of Hereditary and Midsomer, which were just genuinely creepy. This one is more of a comedy, but also a very dark comedy. So if that's not your thing, maybe you won't enjoy this one as much as I did, but also there's a lot of creepy scenes in here. And Ari Aster teams up with his cinematographer, Powell Pogorolski. I hope I said that right. But same guy who did Hereditary and Midsomer cinematography. And this is probably his best looking to date with the mediums that he transcends. I do think Midsomer just capturing the film that they captured in Midsomer specifically is really probably a little bit more impressive than the film here. But I think this film has a lot of different film mediums on what it captures, and I don't want to say too much there. And I do think I like this film more than Midsomer, crazy enough. This is a 3 hour long movie, and I never felt the runtime for the most part. There is one diversion of a segment in the middle that was like, whoa, that was really kind of long for how it almost felt like it didn't relate to the movie. But I love visually what they explored there. And maybe one segment towards the end where they're in a location, I was like, okay, maybe this feels a little bit redundant at points, but I never felt bored throughout the film. It just felt, if anything, maybe a little bit redundant or completely random at those two segments I said, to a very slight extent, because I really love what I saw here. I thought this was a very effective use of its runtime, aside from those very slight moments. I love the performance from Joaquin Phoenix in here. It's the type of movie that is a dark comedy, so like his slightest facial expressions will be like hilarious, and just how he plays an everyman to a certain extent, as in somebody that just feels like, okay, this is kind of like a face in a crowd that you won't remember. And I kind of love that average Joe that he plays. But what it explores in this huge self-doubt of being a good person, and I don't want to say too much more of what this movie is about, is so interesting. And I really haven't seen a movie in the structure of this film or the lengths that this film goes in the journey of its main character. There are some great supporting performances. In particular, I really love Nathan Lane's performance. And there's like a therapist character that I'm not too familiar with the actor, but he nailed it. So I really like those parts. And most of the humor of the film works. Like I was cracking up in a lot of these scenes, and it seems like a very, again, sardonic take of humor. Maybe one element that's kind of a major element towards the end, I was kind of like, that's kind of ridiculous and not really the best way. If you've seen the film, it's definitely a memorable part of the film, but I was like, okay, that doesn't look great in what they were executing there, and maybe is a bit too on the nose in what they tackled in what appears on screen. But aside from that, I really love this movie. I think it has a great sense of just rewatchability, where there's just little things in the background that line up to how the movie plays out. And I was amazed at how much they showed in the beginning and middle of the movie, and how it played out towards the end of the movie, and how it was referenced beforehand. It's like, oh wait, I saw that before. And there's just little elements here and there, and I love those little background elements and everything. But again, it's always an exciting, interesting journey, especially visually. Fantastic performances. Maybe some scenes could have been edited down to a little bit shorter segments, even though it isn't like an anthology. It is the journey of a character. But I'd rate this a really high 8 out of 10. I really love this movie. I am looking forward to seeing it again, even if it was close to 3 hours. I mean, it was 1 minute off of 3 hours. So yeah, great job, Joaquin Phoenix. Great job, Ari Aster. And let me know what you thought if you saw Beau is Afraid early like I did. And I'll see you later. Subscribe here for more Just 2 Film reviews. Peace out. Bye.